After 500 million downloads, crowded parks, and adults boarding flights for imaginary animals, from the free phone game that turned sidewalks into a global departure lounge, comes an estimated $6 billion hunt for one empty square on a screen. The download cost nothing. Players paid for flights, passes, and regret. So your dream vacation could become 12 hours flying, 2 hotel nights, and 900 photographs of Pikachu, standing where Paris should be. The Eiffel Tower has never felt more ignored. 4 gates explain how free became $6 billion. The Outbreak, the Lure, the Itinerary, and the Checkout. Boarding begins now. Gate 1, the Outbreak, Pokémon Go, launched in July of 2016. By late September, Niantic reported more than 500 million downloads across more than 90 countries. That scale did not produce ordinary enthusiasm. It produced career decisions. New Zealander Tom Curry quit his job after the game launched. He planned 2 months traveling the country to catch Pokémon. His itinerary included 20 separate bus trips. He did not quit to find himself. He quit to find creatures somebody else had drawn. Career planning had evolved into public transport with Pokeballs. Then one phone stopped being enough. Taiwanese player Chen San-yuan attached phones to his bicycle. A Reuters report documented 15 phones in 2018. By 2020, Taiwan News reported 64 phones aboard the bicycle. The rig had 72 slots. Chen could reportedly play 20 hours daily, 5 or 6 days weekly. 64 phones, 1 bicycle, a handlebar under occupation. That is no longer mobile gaming. That is a telecommunications merger with pedals. The bicycle carried more screens than some airport control rooms. Naturally, the Outbreak next qualified for the Olympics. Japanese gymnastics champion Kohei Uchimura played while training in Brazil. His roaming charge reached 500,000 yen, then nearly $5,000. His carrier later reduced what he owed to a daily flat rate. He traveled to master the rings. Roaming stuck the landing. Time, employment, hardware, international data, every boundary had moved. Only professional duty remained. 2 Los Angeles police officers ignored a robbery response while working. They spent roughly 20 minutes pursuing Snorlax and Togetic instead. Their own patrol recording preserved the decision. Their dismissals stood. 2 armed officers chose cartoon animals over an active robbery. What the actual fuck was the emergency? The Pokédex? Uncle Moneybagz apologizes. The mustache has regained cabin pressure. That was not 5 unrelated stories. It was one priority ladder collapsing in public. First spare time, then employment, then hardware, then money, then duty. The Outbreak explains the behavior. Gate 2 explains the design. Gate 2, the lure. Pokémon Go made entry free and every missing creature visible. Your Pokédex displayed every creature you owned and every creature missing. The empty square became the product. Then the game attached clocks to those empty squares. Timed research disappears when its stated period ends. The Go Pass can offer a paid track with rarer rewards. Events sell tickets, bonuses, and optional add-ons. Raid battles can consume passes purchased from the shop. Each feature changes the same question. Not, do I want this? But, will I regret missing this? That is how a free game invoices tomorrow's disappointment. The social layer tightens the mechanism. Group raids require other people at useful times. Now leaving does not merely abandon a cartoon. It can disappoint the group waiting beside you. Free game, premium obligation. Researchers surveyed 1,630 experienced players. Depending on the measure, between 1 and 9% met gaming disorder criteria. The study also connected belonging and competence with microtransaction spending. That finding does not diagnose the entire community. It shows how friendship and achievement can steer players towards spending. The enjoyable parts were not separate from the business model. They helped the business model work. If you have ever protected a streak, completed a set, or joined an event because friends expected you, the mechanism is already familiar. Pokémon merely gave it better sound effects. One empty square became one deadline. One deadline became one appointment, and one appointment eventually required an airline ticket. Gate 3, the Itinerary. Special Pokémon Go events place temporary rewards inside specific cities. The game does not simply suggest travel, it gives travel an expiration time. The travel model exposed its cost in Chicago during 2017. Attendees traveled to the first Pokémon Go Fest. Then major connectivity problems stopped many attendees from playing properly. Niantic offered registered attendees ticket refunds. A later settlement worth roughly $1.6 million covered eligible travel and related expenses. People traveled to play a location game. The location worked perfectly. The game did not. That failure did not kill the travel model. Instead, paid events expanded into a tourism business. A Statista report commissioned by Niantic examined 3 host cities in 2024. It estimated more than $200 million in economic impact. That included $61 million in tax revenue. New York showed what one visitor might spend. The study reported average visitor spending of $795. 70% came from elsewhere in the United States. Another 8% arrived from other countries. $795 to visit New York and inspect your phone's lower bezel. At that price, the Statue of Liberty should throw the Pokeball herself. But the travel was not automatically wasted. A systematic review covered 36 studies and 38,724 participants. It found players generally moved more than non-players. It also reported benefits involving social interaction and mood. People walked, explored, met friends, and built communities. That genuine enjoyment explains why the machine lasted. Pokémon Go gave people a reason to leave home. Then it charged for limited rewards waiting outside. The Itinerary now produces passengers, visitors, taxes, and receipts. Gate 4 follows those receipts back to Niantic. Gate 4, the checkout. Sensor Tower estimated $6 billion in player spending within 6 years. It also estimated 678 million worldwide downloads by June of 2022. The United States contributed an estimated $2.2 billion. $6 billion from a game anyone could download free. Free opened the door. Scarcity kept reopening the wallet. Niantic also marketed sponsored in-game locations to businesses. Businesses appeared on the map and attracted physical visits. They could receive aggregated information about player engagement. The Pokestop was no longer scenery. It was a customer acquisition department wearing a blue cube. Pikachu had entered sales. Some players could also volunteer scans of public places. Niantic reported receiving more than 1 million contributed scans weekly in 2024. Those scans supported detailed 3-dimensional maps and spatial computer models. Important distinction. Ordinary walking did not train that system. The scanning feature was optional. Your walk for milk did not secretly become unpaid robot cartography. But volunteered scans still helped build valuable mapping infrastructure. Pikachu had entered engineering. Then the airport itself attracted a buyer. In May of 2025, Scopely completed a $3.5 billion acquisition of Niantic's games business. The deal included Pokémon Go, Pikmin Bloom, Monster Hunter Now, and related services. $3.5 billion was not Pikachu's individual price. At announcement, the wider operation reported more than 30 million monthly active players. It also reported more than $1 billion in 2024 revenue. Pokémon Go separately reported more than 100 million unique players that year. Scopely did not buy a yellow mouse. It bought recurring attention, tied to real-world movement. The cartoon came with infrastructure. Here is the final boarding call. Pokémon Go did not earn billions by selling imaginary animals once. It repeatedly sold reasons to act before an animal disappeared. Those reasons became passes, appointments, bus trips, flights, hotel rooms, sponsored visits, and optional scans. Players caught Pokémon. The business caught everything surrounding them. One more catch became one more deadline. One more deadline became one more journey. One more journey became one more receipt. That is how a free game made the world lose its mind and spend $6 billion. Like this video. It is the only free upgrade remaining. Comment with the moment humanity should have looked up. Then subscribe before Uncle Moneybagz becomes region exclusive. Otherwise, finding him will require 20 bus trips, 64 phones, and Olympic-grade roaming.